What up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome back. Today we're just going to be going over day 5 of our free-to-play account here. Day 5 is pretty much just us doing the same as yesterday, getting all of our things claimed up here. We got the video going in super speed here just so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing and going through stuff. Claiming all our items mostly with all the daily stuff here. Day 5's things. We got our all of our passes and all of the companion stuff, daily stuff. There was a maintenance later on in the video, which you guys will see. So activating relics, doing all our pulls here, trying to get leveled up. I think we should get 50 tonight on this one. We'll get our pets and stuff. So go ahead and getting rid of our materials, doing our material realms, buying both of our 2 attempts here. So that's about 480 Donium that you're going to be spending there, doing all of our past stuff, some more relics, just leveling up everything basically and kind of going through stuff. And now we're going to be working on clearing zones and maps, working on getting through a lot of that there, and pretty much just making the progression as we go here, just unlocking anything and everything that we can, trying to hit level 50 before the reset was kind of the goal for that day. I am kind of doing this a day ahead of time for the recording. So we have the recording, and then I come over and do the voiceover over it the next day, because I'm trying out this shorter form content, because usually these videos are like close to 2 hours long. So I figured this might be the better way to go about things for a lot of this early game stuff here. Yeah, a lot of it's just mostly logging in, clicking all the little red dots and stuff, getting everything claimed up, progressing the map as much as we can here, and then we are, looking at what we can do, trying to be smart about our energy usages, as well as our daily speed ups that we get. So the plan usually every day when it comes to my energy is to use it all on gold. I want to get at least 5 refreshers out of the cart every day, if possible, because that's going to give us a lot more resources overall. And by using our energy on gold, that's going to further fund that process here. Now, you may get more weapon levels and more pet levels or something like that if you farm certain things, or more experience levels if you use your energy on that. But I feel like gold, personally, is the better route to go here, simply because that cart has everything from relic draws, skill draws, pet draws, ore, stone, wood, like things to level up your cart. Because one very important thing to early game progression and long-term progression is your cart, right? Your cart gives you gold, wood, stone, essence, ore for your weapons and gear, treats for your pets, and all that stuff. If you can keep that maxed all the time, you're going to be gaining more overall resources throughout the entirety of your time playing than somebody else. I have almost everything maxed except for my sand and my treats on my main account. I have 70 gold, 70 wood, 72 stone, 62 or 72 of the essence, because essence was just so much cheaper as I was leveling both. I do plan to go back and get gold and wood to 72, but at the time I just didn't seem like it was worth getting it to 72 right away, because it was only minimum games. It will be more long term, but I'd rather have gotten everything else leveled up, because I'm in seasonal content on that account, and the most points you can get seasonal wise out of anything is leveling your gear. So I wanted to start working on a lot of that stuff, working on my essence, getting my skill levels up, because those don't have any level caps. Once you get to the seasonal gear portion of the season for season 1, your relics and your pets get capped every 10 levels. So let's say you hit level 100, your pets are leveled up past that, right? You can level them to 110 for both your relics and your pets. After that, your character level has to reach 110 to be able to level them up to 120 for both your pets, and then plus 12 for your relics or something like that, because your relics are plus 10 soft cap, and then it's 11, then 12, and so on and so forth. But each 10 levels is a cap, right? So your main focus when you're thinking about this long-term wise is you want to get your cart leveled up, as well as clear as many of the map areas as you can, and target focus things. So when you're using your energy, don't just use it willy-nilly wherever it says by the little pop-up under your daily tasks to do when you click the little book thing, and it's got your daily dungeons, your energy, your fruits, your crucible, stuff like that. Don't use it there. Look at what you have in your inventory. Know that each thing is going to cost 1.8k to 3k of the resource for each region, depending on what you're trying to farm for. Now, depending on how far you get, it's only going to ever be 3k after you get the 1.8ks. There's 2 of those. So you know you're at 3k. You can kind of look at the map, kind of see what you're doing, and plan accordingly. So let's say you're at 2,000 of the leaves, right? You're like, okay, I need to farm in Verdant So you go over there, you spend all your energy in Verdant because you have a chance to get one of the stellar slimes, and those will drop the currency for that region, and that can help boost things, as well as look at your commissions and make sure that you're using that for an area that you're getting close to getting one of those items that costs between 1.8k and 3k to unlock more zones, because every new zone you unlock in those maps gives you more experience. More experience means you level up faster, and when you're in the seasonal content, leveling up faster will get you more points for Primo Stars, which you're going to want to get leveled up for all the permanent bonuses that you're going to get later on after the season ends. You know, more experience, more shard drops for your gems, more reward chances in your dungeon to get good gear. As you can see here, I'm just farming gold, and we got a slime here. We got 2 actually for that. But yeah, everything snowballs depending on how you start it and what you do from the get-go. And you don't want to really be playing catch up like a few of my guys in my main accounts in my guild here that are doing, because they feel like they're behind. And part of that could be because they weren't going about things correctly. Now, I may not be correct when it comes to gold, but I do feel like it's very useful. As you can see here, I got 2 times out of my refreshes here that I got pet draws. That means as a free-to-play player, that's 2 more pet draws I didn't have to buy with Dawnium or wait for the draws to come around for like your daily login stuff. Like, you just get that earlier. You also want to spend your guild tokens every day appropriately. I think as a free-to-play player, get your main pet's farm animal. Let's say it's a chicken, right? Chickens are for your defensive animal, your defensive pets, right? Only get that of the highest tier you can get. Buy it all out. Don't, like for the tier I'm at, I can get 2. So buy those out, then buy your lucky ticket for the week, buy all the skill draws, all the pet draws. Get those every week, because that's going to snowball into more things, because when you get your mythic Phantomon, you're going to want to get it leveled up for its skill to mythic, so when season 2 comes out, you can make it adult. Getting more of that stuff early is going to help you longevity than trying to just get the food for your pet and spending your tokens on that, in my opinion. Now, I haven't been doing that. I've been switching to it now that I've been thinking about this and looking at it as a more logical standpoint. And it's like, okay, yeah, I need to focus more on these items instead, because I was focusing a lot on just getting the materials to level up the trees for my Phantomons. And while that gives you a good bit of power over the longevity, you want to also know that just by getting more pet draws, you're going to get that material as well, and get more shards and get your pet skills leveled up, and all that's going to snowball into more power as well. And the more of those you do for pet draws, the more chances you're going to have to get all the pets and exchange to get. You can get Aegiswing, you can get Nyx Archon, you can get Pandario that's coming out in season 2, which is going to be a very big pal for a lot of classes, a lot of the DPSs, and I think it's going to be beneficial on Paladin because Paladin's my main. But yeah, here we are just doing our guild stuff, buying the skill draws there, because as a free-to-play, those are very, very important. Our skills result into more power as well as more damage. So I think focusing skill and pet draws out of your guild is the most important thing, as well as relics, right? Because that you need the most of. You're going to fall behind on those items if you don't do it, more so than somebody who is, right? Because those items are a lot of power when you get there. All the relic sets and getting your Phantomons up to, immortal skill levels and things of that nature. Everything snowballs more than just leveling up the extra bonus stats, right? That'll come as you do everything else naturally. So I'm going to be switching to doing more of the buying the resources instead of using it to buy the animals that you get later on, because I think it's going to be more beneficial and it's going to help me progress a little bit faster. So going forward on this account, on this free-to-play account, that's what we're going to be doing. So as you see there, I was looking there, I was looking at the shop. I didn't quite have enough. Hopefully tonight, when I do my recording for the video here, we'll have that ability, and we'll go ahead and buy one of those items, because I think the first one was 1.8 and we're like really close to it. We're doing our pet draws, skill draws. As you see here from the pet draws, we're just getting a good bit of the materials here. Another thing I want to mention when it comes to the materials, right? You have a chance to get a golden version of the items, like a mythic or a legendary version of the eggs, right? You have the white eggs, the blue eggs, the purple, and the gold, right? Or the legendary. You can sell the legendaries on the market. If your main Phantomon is an attack pal and you get a gold drop for the egg or for the support Phantomon, it may be beneficial to sell just those two things on the market, because that's going to field more Donium for your account, especially as a free-to-play. Any ways to get Donium is better, so you can then push further in other areas. Let's say you get enough and you can actually do, a couple extra material realms that day, or next couple days. That's going to further progress your account in the longevity than otherwise using that materials on the small power boost that you're going to get, right? It's all going to go naturally. You gotta as a free to play, you have to play strategically and you have to play smart if you want to stay up there with the rest of the server there, because those whales will outpace you no matter what you do. There's nothing you can do about it, but it doesn't mean you can't be competitive to the light spenders and maybe touch some whales depending on how things play out, but probably not depending on your server. But definitely the light spenders and all the other free to plays, if you do this correctly, in my opinion, the way I see it, you'll be competitive and you'll be up there in the rankings. You're not going to be top dog. That's just, unfortunately, with these types of games, just not how it's going to be unless you spend money. To be top dog, you got to spend money. It is what it is, unfortunately. I wish it wasn't that way, but it is what it is. But aside from that, we can do lots of different things to further help ourselves as a free-to-play to progress and get further along and stay relevant to the rest of the server, right? Still doing good damage, still, placing good on the rankings and stuff like that. Sorry, somebody's messaging me. Sorry, somebody has sent me an interesting thing that I just don't really care for. Not my place, not my business. But anyways, back to this. We're just knocking out our daily dungeons now. We did have a server maintenance for a couple hours, so that really kind of hindered my progress a good bit. It did allow us to get to 50. We got a pet, and we're just going through here, getting our S clears, and hopefully to get a gear drop or something. I don't think we got anything. We did get one drop the other time we did it, I think a couple days ago. Oh, excuse me. A couple days ago, and we sold that for like 2K Donium on the market, which was fantastic for us. That's huge. Like, the market is only for selling. We're not there to buy anything out of there. At most, if we have extra Donium, we will buy the pet resource that we want for the pet that we're working on, right? For our main mythic or our main legendary. For me, I'm thinking I'm going to go Aegis Wing, simply because Aegis Wing gives 50% accuracy and crit rate, which would be huge for DPS rise. Yes, Nyx Archon's going to have that 30% debuff or defense down, but I think for everything, especially in group play, somebody's going to have a Nyx Archon, right? Boost yourself by knowing that somebody else is going to have Nyx Archon. Here we are, just kind of knocking out our Crucible, trying to get a match. I wasn't paying attention and didn't realize I didn't accept, so that was like, whoops, my bad. I had looked away for a second, because usually sometimes, especially at night, the timers, they can go for a little bit, a minute or two, before you get a match. Sometimes I've had it go to where they just default match you with companions and say, oh, there wasn't enough people, so here you go. But yeah, that's pretty much the day. We progressed a good bit, unlocked a good bit of the map, got level 50, got our pets, working on getting to 180k power, so we can unlock hard mode and keep on progressing, leveling up our companions here a good bit, being smart about that. Only use your gifts that they are you know, that they prefer for your companions, because that's going to give you the most bang for your buck and the longevity of things. Very rarely is there a use case where you'll go ahead and get it to that level. Let's say like it's 59 out of 60, and 60 is a really good power boost, like block rate or something, you know, things like that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining. Peace out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.